Introduction. Since 1924, the theory of the expanding universe was first expounded. The phenomena of astronomy have been viewed increasingly as intensely energetic. The notion of an explosive universe has been abetted by the identification of novas, the discovery of immense energy trapped in the internal structure of an atom, and the detecting of radio noises from vast reaches of space, signaling events so extreme as the imploding of whole galaxies. What began as a whisper in scientific circles of the late 19th century has become, in late years, a shout. Yet, for reasons that can only be called ideological, that is, reflecting a constrained cognitive structure in the face of contradictory perceptions, scientific workers on the whole have not heard the shout, I'll say. At the same time as the space and nuclear sciences have had to confront a new set of facts. The near reaches of space have been surveyed and the body of the Earth searched more thoroughly. The results confirm that the wars of the universe have been disastrously enacted upon battlefields within the solar system. Without exception, the planetary material that has been closely inspected exhibits the effects of extreme forces unleashed upon it. Mars, Moon, Venus, Mercury are all heavily scarred. Jupiter and Saturn are in the throes of internal warfare. An asteroid belt that may be called Apollo represents a planet that exploded. Nor can we exclude from the common experience this scarred Earth. Consistent with the panorama of catastrophes, and additionally supplying a new dynamic form in cosmogony, there has been developed a body of knowledge and speculation surrounding the phenomena of stellar binary systems. The first binary star orbit was computed in 1822, but not until the past few years has sufficient information become available to speak about binaries systematically. Since the first discovery, a large proportion of observed stars have come to be suspected as multiple star systems. Moreover, many cosmogonists speculate that the solar system itself was once a binary system, or at least is now a kind of fossil binary system, with Jupiter exhibiting star-like traits. It may be pointed out, for instance, that the distance between the principal bodies of the solar system is comparable with the distances between the separate components in many binary systems. Hence, it becomes logical that a cosmogony of the solar system should be modeled after the theory that it was and is a binary system, a Solaria Binaria, accepting and applying for the purpose of the model what is known and thought about the observed stellar binaries elsewhere. The explosive or catastrophic universe poses basic problems to chronology. The span of astronomical time have been increasing dramatically, even in the face of time-collapsing explosive events that reduce drastically the constraints upon time as a factor in change. Great stellar bodies exhibit rotations and motions that accomplish in hours phenomena that would, on a gradual timescale, be accorded millions or billions of years. It appears that one has to work with a paradox, even as one studies a universe that changes over billions of years. One studies local events where changes are measured in microseconds. Consequence, which is the last hope of casualty, is often strained in the straddling of time. When the solar system comes to be viewed in the light of newly discovered universal transactions, the idea necessarily arises that it has developed under time-collapsing conditions, time measures, radiometric, geological, and biological, that have been painstakingly manufactured to give billions of years of longevity to the system, must submit to a review of their credibility. The need to generate a new chronometry is enhanced by current reassessments of legends and knowledge that ancient and prehistoric human beings possessed. The authors would not have ventured upon this reconstruction of the recent history of the solar system were it not for the fossilized voices whose shouts about their catastrophic early world and sky sound louder even today than the shout heard in contemporary science about the exploding universe. those anthropologists and archaeologists and scholars of ancient humanity who believe that these shouts must have been mere whispers confront the same impasse ideologically as those scholars who overlook the larger meanings of explosive cosmogony today. What the ancients said and did not say about the world are to be taken into account. Both their concepts of time and their visions of events deserve consideration. I agree. This consideration and the others advanced before direct this monograph towards resolving the cosmogony of the solar system into a model of Solaria Benaria, the last stages of whose quick and violent quantivolution have been witnessed by human eyes. The model stands as plaintiff, confronting the model of uniformitarian evolution as adversary. Although a note on method is appended to the present work, it may be well to stress in the beginning that a prerequisite of scientifically is the ability to suspend judgment on a case being tried. This is especially painful when one is exert on the matter at issue. Even so, a scientist who cannot suspend judgment must be deemed as incompetent as the judge who cannot suspend judgment while hearing a case in a court of law. Even so, a scientist who cannot suspend judgment must be deemed as incompetent as the judge who cannot suspend judgment while hearing a case in a court of law. As so often happens, what interests the public coincides with what interests scientists, impelled by an intuition that is common to both the multitude of persons and the body of scholars. The human mind today is moving into an area where the action is, for perhaps no more exciting and important a set of problems is to be found anywhere in the realms of science and scholarship.